On the 22nd of November 1980, the police were called to a remote rural location near Sacramento in California. The victim was a young woman who'd been shot at point-blank range.
She had been kidnapped, bound, and sexually assaulted.
She appeared to be yet another victim in a string of crimes dubbed the sex slave murders.
The media was all over this case.
Law enforcement was very concerned for public safety. Could this happen again? Had it happen again? Could it be linked to other unsolved homicides?
Young girls were hunted and turned into sex slaves. 10 victims would die before investigators captured the serial killer couple behind that crime spree.
I see it every day. I always see it. It never goes away.
Charlene Williams served her time. Well, now CBS 13 has learned that she has returned to our region and is living among us.
Maria Medina sat down exclusively with Charlene, who's opening up now about the murders after years of living a new life.
In the late 70s, a sadistic husband and wife team stalked the American West.
He would shoot some, he would use hammers to bludgeon them to death, every diabolical method.
She was the coldest, stone-cold killer.
Their mission, deviant and depraved.
The original plan was sex slaves.
Total domination of someone else, to just brutalize, that is what is arousing.
What motivated this match made in hell?
I thought he was nuts. I thought he was crazy. He's always been that way.
She thought, hey, this is a sweet guy.
And were they born to kill?
I don't think they're sick. I think they're evil.
Welcome to The Female Criminal. Tonight we delve into a case that defies belief. A story of a woman who helped unleash a reign of terror across 3 states. This is not a crime of passion or rage. It is a chronicle of profound evil, a descent into depravity, orchestrated by a woman who appeared to be anything but a monster. She was the well-cared-for, educated daughter of a good family, but underneath the veneer of normalcy lay a darkness so profound she would become the willing bait for a monster, luring innocent victims to their violent deaths. This is the unsparing story of Charlene Gallego. Born into an affluent Sacramento home, Charlene Gallego, formerly Charlene Williams, was described as a pampered daddy's little girl. She was an only child, educated, and a participant in school plays and orchestra. She seemed to be on a clear path to a comfortable, normal life. But by her early 20s, she had already endured 2 failed marriages, leaving her disillusioned and vulnerable. It was at this point that she met Gerald Gallego on a blind date. Within 11 months, they were married. What friends saw as a sweet, harmless relationship was in fact the creation of a diabolical partnership. Gerald, a man with a brutal criminal past, was sexually impotent and sought to fulfill his fantasies through domination and violence. He would soon find that his wife was not an obstacle to his urges, but a crucial element of them. Gerald's plan was simple and horrific. He wanted to kidnap young women to use as sex slaves, but he needed a hook, an element of trust, to get his victims into his van. This is where Charlene's unique evil came to light. She was the lure. She could approach potential victims, befriending them, putting them at ease, and disarming their natural suspicion. She used her unassuming nature to convince them to come with her, sealing their fate. It was a role she played with a cold, terrifying efficiency. The first victims of this depraved spree were 16-year-old Kippy Vaught and 17-year-old Rhonda Sheffer. In 1978, at a mall in Sacramento, Charlene approached the 2 friends and offered them marijuana. The girls agreed, and Charlene led them to the van, where Gerald was waiting with a gun. Gerald sexually assaulted them both, and then drove them to an agricultural area. He first bludgeoned them with a tire iron, and then shot them to death. Charlene claimed she did not know he would kill them. It was a lie she would have a hard time defending.
He is just one sick bastard. I would do anything if I could have stopped him. I know I couldn't have stopped him. I tried to stop him.
1 year later, Charlene's betrayal would claim 2 more lives. In 1979, at a fair in Reno, Nevada, Charlene befriended 14-year-old Brenda Guy and 13-year-old Sandra Colley. She put them at ease, leading them away from the fairgrounds into the van. As she drove, Gerald molested the girls in the back. After a 2-hour ordeal, Charlene pulled off a desolate highway. She waited in the van as Gerald took the young girls out and one by one bludgeoned them to death. The girls' bodies would not be found for nearly 21 years.
I see it every day. I always see it. It never goes away.
What memory haunts you the most?
There isn't one more than another. There is not one more than another. They're all horrible, horrible memories.
The killing spree continued. Charlene would help her husband murder 17-year-old Stacy Redican and her friend Karen Twiggs, also from a Sacramento mall. And in just over a month, she would help Gerald kill 2 more women: Linda Aguila, a pregnant 21-year-old hitchhiker whose body was left on the Oregon coast, and Virginia Mockle, a Sacramento barmaid whose body was left bound in fishing twine. But their final victims were a pair of college sweethearts, 21-year-old Mary Beth Sowers and 22-year-old Craig Miller. Charlene and Gerald abducted them from a fraternity party in Sacramento. Craig was shot and dumped in a field. Mary Beth was taken back to their apartment. While Gerald sexually assaulted Mary Beth throughout the night in the bedroom, Charlene lay on the couch in the next room, listening. The next morning, Charlene helped Gerald take Mary Beth to a secluded area. Charlene watched as Gerald told the young woman to lie down and then shot her in the head. This final abduction would lead to their arrest. With the couple in custody, it became clear that the only way to get a conviction and put Gerald Gallego on death row was to strike a deal with his wife. Charlene, facing her own legal fate, turned on her husband and confessed to everything, revealing the details of a murder spree that had spanned 3 states and claimed 10 lives. Her testimony was chilling, providing prosecutors with the damning evidence they needed. She was given a shocking sentence of just 16 years and 8 months for her role in the abduction, rape, and murder of 10 people. In 1997, at the age of 41, Charlene Gallego walked out of prison a free woman. For the families of the victims, it was a slap in the face, and many felt she got away with murder. Her freedom remains a constant reminder of the horror she helped unleash, and the unimaginable price paid for her complicity. Since her release, Charlene Williams, the name she now goes by, has attempted to build a new life for herself in the Sacramento area. In interviews, she has expressed a desire for redemption and insists her past keeps her a prisoner. She has spoken of living in fear of Gerald's family, who she believes may still be seeking revenge for her role in sending him to death row. She claimed to have been a victim of abuse herself.
No, for God's sakes, no. No, I never did. I wouldn't be sitting here right now if I did.
A defense that has been widely criticized by investigators who view her as a willing and active participant in the crimes. While she has reportedly found a clerical job and has even engaged in charity work, she will forever live under the shadow of the evil she helped create. Charlene Gallego is a female criminal whose actions send shivers down the spine. Thank you for confronting the darkness with us on The Female Criminal. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe. Your support helps the channel grow and allows us to continue bringing these stories to light. We'll see you in the next one.